Okay, I am going to take advantage of this Dominaria United quick draft. I like the quick drafts because I can take my time. I also like that they are half the coins. I think actually also half the gems, um, compared to the stuff that's like in standard, or maybe is most recent, like Ixalan would be 10,000 gems and 1,500 gems and 10,000 gold. Um, and I really don't want to spend that amount of gems or gold right now. I'll spend 5 and see if I can get some gems, and then I'll keep earning my gold by playing daily or even every other day. So, all right, no idea what I'm gonna draft. Um, I like Dominaria United. It's it's kind of good and bad. Sometimes I don't draft it very well, and I don't know all of the synergies, but I do know we're gonna want some of these dual lands, and we want to take advantage of some of the uncommons. So, and I kind of like to look at these as a guide, so that if I'm looking at a couple of different colors, I know here's a black green and a red black land. So black could be a good color to be in since we have two lands that share that color. So you can choose certain spells other than creatures to cost one less. I like the LSV tips on these two. That really helps. I did that a long time ago, and I'm really glad that I did. Dragon Whelp, I mean, it's pretty good in red. It's double red. Bone Splinters. You have to sack a creature, though. You don't have the discard option. So, I mean, right now I'm thinking it's just going to be the Dragon Whelp. I've had this used against me, and it was pretty good. It was amazing how quickly we got to turn 6, and they just ran me over. It's a common. This ETBs, if it was kicked, to create a token. It's a copy of target creature you control. Okay. So... Yeah. I guess worst case, you're paying 7 for 2 3/2s. Best case, like, you've already got some things on the board that lived. Trample is nice. I'm definitely going to be looking for evasion. Okay. Well, and then Viashino Branch Rider, a little haster that can be buffed, kind of like the Whelp. Non-land, yeah, I think I'm just going to go with the Whelp. I like the Flyer. I like that it's not 2 colors already. It is double red, but we have a red-black land we could grab if we wanted, and I feel like we might want to play black if we can get enough good cards in the color. So what do we have? I like to look at the uncommons. We've got black, white, Ward 2 Vigilance. Probably not going to have a lot of zombies. Another legendary creature you control dies. Okay, so it's a 3/3 Vigilance Ward 2. It's really not bad if we're in black-white. Here's a double blue card now, and then we have black, which we had a red-black land for if it comes back, with a red kicker. So if it was kicked, return creature mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, gains haste. Otherwise, it's a 2/3 Menace for 3, which is still great. And then now here's our double black 5-drop. Whenever any other creatures die, put a counter on this. Only triggers once a turn, just like Singear Vampire, but possibly better because this doesn't have to kill them, they just have to die. Okay. Green Black Badger. This could just be potentially a cheap 4/6 if we're in Domain. Destroy artifact, creature with Defender. I mean, it actually could be removal. There's enough Defender creatures. Huh. Yeah, Miria's Outrider is interesting. I think I'm still going to take an uncommon, though. I feel like after we took a double red card, I'm going to take the single black card with red kicker. Man, look at all this red. Okay, so obviously some good white. It's a great white-black card. Return creature from your graveyard to hand is amazing. But we've got a 2/3 Menace now that also buffs. Kind of on theme. And then we've got like a Rummaging Goblin and 5 damage to creature planeswalker is not so impressive. But I like the idea of this 3-drop. Damage to target creature planeswalker. Yeah, this is really... This is a very strange card. I don't know if I want to pay 2 for an Ornithopter and then maybe get a 4/4 for 1 turn. This is interesting. It's a common. So is the Kavu. Here's another Bone Splinters. And here's this Missionary, which is a great white-black card. Oh, good thing there's no timer. So we have 2 cards. This technically doesn't have to be kicked, but we have 2 cards that are red. I would think of as red. Even though the Atrocity costs black, I would want to kick it. This is such a great card, and it plays really well with Bone Splinters. We're already in red. I don't know if I want to talk myself into that. Maybe I'd take the Bone Splinters and see what happens, just so we have removal. But we're going to need more creatures if we do that. And more ways to bring them back, which might not be in our colors. Man, what's the strongest card here? I think this Missionary looks really good. And I know that it's 2/3 lifelink for 2 is already great. The fact that you can kick it and return something to your hand is also really good. Okay, I'm going to try it since these commons may come back or maybe in other packs and see what happens. So now we have a red-white land, which would work with the Missionary. We have a second Pilfer, could be brutal. Tatiova is great, and it's 2 colors that we are not. So I don't want to prepare for that. Here's a white card I probably wouldn't play. There is Tolarian Terror that is blue. So actually, sack a creature, gain a life, and draw a card. This could be good if we end up going sacrifice. I'm just going to take the land. That way we have red-white that helps with the Whelp and could also cast the Missionary. Wow, okay. What a pack. Meaning there's nothing here. Gibbering Barricade, I guess. We saw another one of those. If we want to maybe try go smaller creature token route or something. We could go red-white with black to kick the Missionary. Seeming like we're getting spread out here already. But I really don't want to take this Barricade. And this card, it's not been good to me. 2/3 flyer for 4 that is white, which at least it's only 1 white, but feels like a splash. Versus the uncommon. I'm going to take this and then just see where it takes us. At least it's red, and we did just take a red-white land. Blue-white doesn't help. Here's another one of those cards, Founding of the Third Path. So now we have, when this becomes tapped, gain a life and scry 1. Green kicker, a 2/2 for 2 that can ETB and put a +1/+1 counter on a creature, and then here's X damage to tapped creature. So 1 plus number of basic land types, so could be 4 in our deck. if we play 3 colors. Then we have a 3-drop with a 2 kicker. And as it ATBs this turn, creatures you control have haste. I mean, you know, this isn't too bad, considering we just picked up a missionary and this 2-drop red-white card. I'm gonna take this, actually, and see what keeps coming our way. Okay, so we have Destroy Evil, would be a nice removal card. Probably not going to take that. Gitu Amplifier, really not planning on kicking if we took. And then we have a double black, destroy creature or planeswalker, which I really like the idea of. So we've got black, white, red, red with the Whelp, red with the Strike Team, black with the Atrocity. If we can find a dual land, this might not be too hard to play. And in my opinion, would feel more comfortable than Destroy Evil, although anything that we're worried about probably will have toughness 4 or greater. Tough to say. Tough to say, and I don't know if we want to also splash green. Red, black, white feels like enough right now. 4 mana or 2. I think I'm going to go 2. I'm just going to go Destroy Evil. If they have like a 2/2 or a 2/3 and we can't kill it, I'm willing to eat my own words. Here's a great card if we have a lot of defenders. That has actually done some work for me in a draft before. Actually won me the game. I had, I think, 2 of these and like 1 other defender of some kind. It was total fluke. I didn't realize how decent it was going to turn out to be. So scry 2 for 3. Here's a Necromass. We're in black, and we are going to be casting, ideally, quite a few creatures. So I wouldn't mind that, actually. And over the defender, over the fly. Yeah, sure. Okay, let's take that. Great. Well, oh, not great. It's black-green. Boo. Almost want to take Bone Splinters now that we do have the Phyrexian Missionary, because we could play something, sack it, bring it back. That feels a lot better now. Over a green card, over a Haste Giver, over a Pilfer. I mean, this could technically just be a tapped Swamp that helps with Domain. But I'm going to take Bone Splinters because it's removal. So now we've got Destroy Evil and a Bone Splinters. We've got 6 creatures. I'm not excited about any of this stuff. Here's a Domain card. So it's just a 4/6. We've got a 5/5 Death Touch here. Gosh, do we take the Defender? That's a sack outlet. Over an Artifact Destroy. I feel like we're just taking the Defender here. I'm going to throw it in the sideboard, even though it's playable in this deck. And then we've got the Thopter Generator, a blue card, Shadow Prophecy could draw us, and I do like that it's instant. So I'm going to go ahead and take this as well, because we can play it. Wow. Alright, and now we've got a Pilfer again. All the black cards are coming to us. That's a good sign. Here's another Defender. So it's a second Gibbering Barricade. It's the same one. Yeah, I don't know if on turn 2 we want to be taking non-lands out of their hand. I guess I'll just take another Defender. Maybe we get more of those. And then Smash to Dust might not be bad, actually. And apparently we're taking a Broken Wings. So we have 9 cards that we want so far. Here's red-green. Here is another red-white card. So 3/3 Vigilance Trample. When it attacks, all other attacking creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Other red attacking creatures you control gain Trample. Untap each other white. Jeez. So we've only got 2, 3 black cards, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white and or red cards. Take up the shield. Stall for time is blue, but it is draw a card. That's kind of nice, actually. So this is what? Tap 2 creatures, draw a card, because we probably won't kick it. It's okay. I might play that, but we're definitely taking this 4-drop double red white, and we're gonna take advantage of this dual land and start looking for other ways to fix. Untap up to 2 creatures, they get +2/+2. That's a pretty good combat trick. And then here's another Bone Splinters if it makes it back. So we'll take the Torrid Avenant Fury Rider pretty happily. And here's another red-white land. Over what? Over another Necromass, which I might not want another one of. I like the idea of Tribute. I don't know if we're going to splash blue, and we're probably going to be creature-based. Here's just a black 2/2, although Scrying could be nice. Citizen's Arrest we're probably going to want in this deck. We may even start thinking about taking out the Atrocity to more consistently hit red and white. And then we also have a 3/4 flyer that could be kicked. So, man, this is really tough because I want this land, and I don't know if it's going to get taken. With double red on turn 4, both of our turn 4 plays are double red. Citizen's Arrest is double white. We also don't have a 5-drop yet. So, gosh. I'm going to take the Angel, because we do have at least 1 dual land, and we're only in pack 2. Let's see what else we can get. This is just such a great 5-drop. So here is double black removal. A lot of blue cards, a Branch Rider, Sprouting Goblin, but that's also green. I don't know if I'm going to go... I know a lot of people do like domain decks, and they're just like a bunch of 5-color fun. I don't think I'm going to do that. Here is creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. I don't know if we're going to be that aggro, though. We are going to have some cheap stuff, but I don't know if that's the way we're going to go. So this can find us lands. Is that better than taking double black blue Rona, Sprouting Goblin? It probably is, actually. Double black removal. When we've got 2 double red cards, I'm really not feeling... I would love this card if we went red-black, and maybe all we had was Dragon Whelp. But we're heavier on the red now with white, and then just a few black cards. So, God, but I don't know if I want to take this pay 2, reveal 5, pick a land. I guess it still draws us a card no matter what, over what would be like a 6-drop. It's a common, so I'm gonna... This is how I make decisions sometimes. I'll take the uncommon, knowing that we're more likely to see that card again. Okay, so here's another black draw card. Here is gain 2 life, Flying Pegasus, and here's another Destroy Evil over a blue card, over Slimefoot Survey. Look at that art, that is so funny. And then we have a double white green. One or more creature tokens will be created under your control, those plus a creature. So, I mean, we do have token generation here, but this is 5 mana token generator, and this is going to require us to like be buffing our creatures, which may not even till end of turn. Well, okay, so these two synergize. Baird and Tori synergize with one another, and technically Baird synergizes with Dragon Whelp, since he can buff himself. So I feel like that's good enough. Also synergizes with the Angel if she's out, so okay. Alright, I'm not thinking about taking that out then. Okay, so then is it 3-drop flyer or is it removal? And I'm a bigger fan of, like, I believe that removal wins games, so I'm going to take the Destroy Evil and probably not take another one. Here's a second Tatiova. How brutal. We're just not going to play double green and then also blue. Like, then we would be 5 color with 2 double red cards and a double green card. Equal to number of cards in your hand for 2. Yeah, that seems like a lot. Here's a good 5-drop reach when it ETBs. Deals damage equal to the number of basic land types. So it's a 4/4 for 5 that has reach that would deal 3 damage to an opponent in our deck. Splattering Goblin. Urborg Repossession is just such a good card that I would consider splashing green, but I don't know if we can go double green. Yeah, Tatiova, he's right. Tatiova is like a 7-drop. It's like late game. I feel like Writhing Necromass is going to be easier to cast for us. Even though this would be a great card to have. We're not even playing blue either, like that's the problem. We'd have to start building around a card that we miss the first half of the draft that we could have had a chance to build around. So we'll stick red white, splash black. This is still pay 1, return a creature from your graveyard to your hand, gain 2 life. I'm really leaning towards that over the Goblin. We've got 8 creatures. I think we're going to be fine and picking up more. So I'm going to take this Repossession, and then maybe we don't even have to kick it. Grotto is nice. Morrow. Yeah, I mean, 6/6 would be easy there. Another Necromass. Green card and a Grotto. I guess we're going to take the Grotto and Scry. And I do like that this helps fix too. So over the 1 uncommon that's not in our colors, we'll take the Scry land and then keep looking for like cheaper creatures. Man, there's another Balduvan Atrocity. I love the Menace. And the red is really nice here. That's going to help so much. So another Destroy Evil. Urborg, Tribute to Urborg might be worth running. So, oh, and then we have a Molten Monstrosity here to pair with the Necromass. So I'm taking the 3-drop for sure, and then might want to pick up that black removal or the Molten Monstrosity. Oh, Tear Asunder, exile non-land permanent for 4 mana. That is some premium removal. That really makes me want to splash some green. We have a 2-drop black goblin. So we have the tablet that could find us a land. We have the grotto that helps us fix. We're already playing the repossession, which makes us want green. The problem is this is a green card, no matter what, and if we play it, it's probably a 4-drop. Because we're going to want to kick it. So our curve is already close to 3. Such a good card, though, and we just miss out on the goblin. I'm going to take it because it's here and it's the only uncommon, and we'll see if we can play it. There's another tablet. I'm really not big on the tablet. Like it is draw, but we've got a lot of cheap stuff in here. Turn 2, turn 3. Maybe we take some of this non-premium removal since it's only 1 red mana. Put a counter on a creature, it gains lifelink till end of turn. So that does pair with Baird, actually. If we could find more strike teams, we could be more aggro. But we're certainly a blend of things right now. We're not really that much green. Vigilance Trample is pretty nice. Yeah, I guess we're gonna take the... I don't know if that's right. I feel like I'd rather take the cheap card, but like, we need some removal. So I'm gonna put the Tornado in the sideboard. I'm gonna take the Tribute to Urborg here. Thrill. When you think about it, like you have to play the card and then you have to discard a card. So you're just trading it and another card for 2 more cards. So you could have at least already drawn another card other than it, and then you get one that you haven't seen. Meteorite. Over a Branch Rider. I mean, I guess this isn't bad. It's technically playable. I'll put it in the deck as a cheap creature. We've got another black draw card, and we just have a Mana Worker. So I'm gonna put Mana Worker in here because it's better than having to rely on the Grotto. And I guess I'm just gonna take the card that's in our colors, and I'll take a second one. All right, so we have not our colors. Rona's Vortex is amazing. Probably taking Phoenix Chick. Oh my god, or a second Tori. And then looking for cheaper creatures for Tori. All other attacking creatures you control get +1/+1. And it's Vigilance Trample. Okay, and red creatures get Trample. I want to take the Phoenix Chick, but I feel like we're really building around Tori at this point and trying to just find cheaper creatures to go along with it, like not kicking the Missionary and using the Recruiter and some of these other cards that we can play, the Strike Team, before we get to Tori. All other attacking creatures get +1. Our red creatures get Trample, our white creatures get untapped. So even the Atrocity would get +1/+1, and that Menace would be nice, and the Missionary's lifelink, that would be nice. Yeah, taking a second Tori. Hope we get Phoenix Chick back somehow. I mean, we're not drafting people right now, so we might get Phoenix Chick back. Here's red blue. We're not going to play blue at this point. We could have had 3 Pilfers if we wanted them. Man, here's here's 3 creatures on turn, or 2 creatures on turn 3. 3 power and toughness, and we've got Enlist. Here is this Heroic Charge, but basically Tori's going to be our Heroic Charge. I wouldn't mind having this with Tori, gaining life, scrying 1, and then it becoming a 3/2. And I'm pretty happy about Tribute to Urborg if we can get another one of those 2, but right now it's Argivian Cavalier. It's only got 1 white pip. Man, black-white land. But look, there's a cut down and a Phoenix Chick. Oh my gosh. And we might be able to bring this back too. We already have Destroy Evil, 2 of them. We have Bone Splinters. And we have a tribute to Urborg. And we took that Jaya's Inferno, Jaya's Farnado. Jaya's Fire NATO. Goodness gracious. I'm taking Phoenix Chick, and maybe we'll pick up the second one, and hopefully we're going to get this black-white land back. That would be amazing in this deck. Okay, no lands. Here is double red 5-drop. Sack another creature, 1 damage to any target. 5/4 is great. Here's black-white card. Sack another creature, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. And a 3/3 menace. Man, but the double white, how hard is that? I mean, we're playing mostly white-red. I'm really gonna have to think about some of this stuff. I guess we have Mana Worker, we have Crystal Grotto, we have Sacred Peaks to help make sure we get white and red. 1/3 Vigilance in lists. Yeah, we've already got a Necromass and a Flyer, and we're kind of hoping to use Tori to buff our creatures. Dragon Whelp would even be good late game with its evasion. So I don't want to take another double red. Let's take the white card, Splashing Black. It's a 3/3 menace, and it could potentially buff everybody. So a lot of blue cards. Molten Monstrosity looks interesting. Just because it might get pretty cheap with having a bunch of 3/3s in the deck. Blight Pile is not what we're doing, but I did take a few other defenders. And then Splashing Blue, it's really not what we want to do, but man, that Anthem effect is pretty cool. Well, I want to take the best card, but I don't want to splash blue, and don't want to have to rely on Mana Worker or Grotto or these tablets whenever this is a 2-drop. Like, we would want to play this on turn 2. So we'd have to have blue and white mana turn 2. I'm gonna take this Molten Monstrosity. Let it sit with the Necromass. Black-green over a Relic of Legend, so it's just really gonna be like a 3 mana mana rock. Probably gonna take the Haunted Mire, because that will help with Urborg Repossession. That will help with kicking the Acolyte if we wanted to. And if we're gonna play black, I guess why not play black that's going to have green attached to it for some cards that we might be able to use it on. So G2 Amplifier, Thrill of Possibility, Tolarian Terror, we're just not, I mean, we have 3 instants, 2 sorceries, so not quite 10% of the deck, or I guess a little over. This is 40 card format, so 1 out of every 10 cards-ish. But we've got 16 creatures, which is good because we have a way to bring them back, and we have this Bone Splinters, so hopefully we won't miss any of them. And we do have Token Generator if we play it on turn 5, Token Generator if we can just start buffing things. And we've got Phoenix Chick that we could bring back if we sacked it. Fiashino could just be one that we could sack, and there's another one with a green kicker. Yeah, can I just talk myself into the land? And again, we don't have a lot of instants and sorceries, so we'll take the Haunted Mire. Okay. Another Blight Pile. Man, if we were playing Defenders. Don't want a 3rd tablet. This is looking really promising, actually. 4/4 for potentially like 3/2 or even 1. Over just a good 2-drop. This has to attack to gain a life and scry. This is a 2/2 flyer for 4. 2 to buff. Not a fan of that. Goblin. I feel like we're going to go with the Herbalist because I like the scry and the life gain. This is a better blocker, and I feel like we're going to be a little more aggro, so we'll take the 2-drop Scryer. A 3rd Blight Pile. Oh, goodness. Okay. Infantry would be great. That's just not going to be this deck. Neither is the Aeronaut. So, probably taking Urborg Repossession. Because just for 1 black, we can return something from graveyard to hand, which works with the Missionary. It works with Bone Splinters. It just works if something that we really need dies. For 1 black mana, we bring it back to hand and we gain 2 life. That seems really good. Over a Blight Pile, over a card that's not synergistic, although very good. Over a card that I've always experienced to be too slow personally, and over a 3rd Destroy Evil. Yeah, we'll take the Repossession. I've seen so many of these charges. Terror. Somebody discards 2 cards. If we play 4, they lose 3 life. 3/2 where we lose 2 life for it. And 2/2, you know what? I'm going to take this actually. 2/2 for 2. That lets us destroy target artifact. That seems good. And now here's a removal spell. I'll take that 2nd Tribute to Urborg. Thank you very much. I guess we will take the 3/2. Like, 2 life is 10%, but I'm okay without it. Knowing that we've got a big creature. We've got 19 creatures. I'm going to take a 3rd Repossession, even if we don't play it. Take the Blight Pile, just getting all the signs in the end that maybe we should have just slammed a bunch of black defenders and gone that route. Take a sip of my tea. Okay. Because look how many Blight Piles we were past. I think we literally saw a playset. If not, we saw 3 just in pack 3. And then we passed more of these barricades, I think, that we didn't pick up. So I don't want to play 3 Repossessions. And I don't think I want to play both of these either. So the question is it worth... Which one's better? We have 19 creatures right now. I like the trample on the monstrosity, but it's also 8 mana versus 7. So realistically, this would be reduced by 3, so it would cost 5. Yeah, and we really don't have much of a way to change that. Didn't get as many lands as I thought we would get. We didn't get our 2nd Sacred Peaks back. We took the Haunted Mire to help fix the green, and we have a Grotto. These got picked up super high priority. But I am glad we chose the Phoenix Chick instead of the land, or the, I guess it was Tori, and then the Chick and the land were in that pack, and we didn't get either of them back. We saw a 2nd Phoenix Chick that we picked up. So 2 of these, though, seems pretty good. With this red land, with the Grotto, with the 5 mountains, with the Mana Worker, and with the Tablet, I think we're going to be okay getting double red by turn 4. And if it dies, we have a 2nd one, and we have 2 of these repossessions, which might be overkill, but we will see. So probably getting rid of Necromass is Death Touch. Red creatures gain trample. All creatures get +1. So Missionary is great. Herbalist is okay. Steel Crusher, kind of. These are Herbalist and Steel Crusher. I'd say this one is actually okay. I like the life gain and the scry, since we're not really playing a bunch of draw. This is just a 3-2. I say just, but I don't know how much I want a 3-2 when we've got removal. So I think we can go without this one and keep the Steel Crusher for any artifacts. Keep the Mana Worker, keep the 1 tablet. I'm going to keep the Branch Rider because either it's just going to provide early pressure and then be something that we can buff on turn 3, or we get to play it for 4 as a 3/3 haste and buff it like we can buff the Dragon Whelp. So I like that we have decently low curve, pretty even on all of our colors. 18 creatures. I think we're getting rid of the monstrosity because of how many creatures we have. Because we could easily lose the Chick, the Branch Rider, the Herbalist, the Steel Crusher, and even if this costs 4 or 5, I'm happy to pay 4 or 5 for 5/5 Death Touch. Have to be careful to not like repossess anything too early. But of course, if we have this, we wouldn't do that. And if we have this and it's just gonna let us go off, then we'll do it. Okay. Phoenix Chick, Branch Rider, Bone Splinters, Tablet. We don't have any green in here other than Mire, Grotto, Worker, and I guess Tablet to find Grotto or Mire. That almost makes me want to take out the Branch Rider as a 1-drop, and I'm kind of wondering if we need 2 repossessions either, because it's only target creature if we don't kick it. It's something I'd rather have 2 of, so I do think I want to keep the Tablet because we don't really have a lot of draw. Do we want to add draw? Yeah, let's actually look at what we've got here. So we have the Shadow Prophecy to draw some cards. We have the Herbalist to scry. We have the Tablet that would either find us a land or draw. Tear Asunder. We did get a Thrill of Possibility. Which pairs with Necromass if we discard a creature, and we could discard something and then bring it back with Urborg Repossession. I almost feel like I would rather get rid of the Tablet. So one thing I don't want is for the Tablet to get used and for us to see 5 cards or 3 cards even that we want, and then they go to the bottom and then we just never see them again. And we just need to get down to 40. So 17 creatures. Let's drop the... God, do we drop the Branch Rider? I like that this is versatile. But we have 3 turn 4 plays. We have turn 5, and then we have another turn 4 or 5. So I don't think we need it. But I would like some draw. I'm not convinced that we don't want Tear Asunder. I really am thinking about this Shadow Prophecy, 1, 2, 3, which could potentially look at 4 if we have Peak, Mire, and it could look at 3, just the way that other things are going. over what? That's the question. Do we get rid of Bone Splinters and just use our Destroy Evil and our Tribute to Urborg? Could. I like the instant speed removal. We're making the deck more expensive for sure, but also we have lots of turn 2 stuff to do, so we're not really relying on turn 1. Alright, we can always edit this, but right now I'm thinking out with the Bone Splinters, in with the Thrill. Tear Asunder is green no matter what, and it's, if we're going to use it here, it's basically going to cost 4 mana. We'll just try this, see how it works before we think about adding the Shadow Prophecy. We've got a lot of cheap stuff to play, and if a lot of these things die and we draw Necromass, we're in good shape. We got 2 repossessions to just bring them right back and gain life even without kicking. If we have a lot of creatures and the chick dies or it gets discarded, we can bring it back. So that synergizes with Thrill. Thrill actually seems good with the Necromass, with the chick, with the Missionary even. Okay. Certainly talked myself into it, and with the Atrocity. Man, and if we get Atrocity the Cavalier back, because that's an ETB. What else could we ETB? I guess that would be it. We could ETB, we could bring the Herbalist back and it gains haste, so we'd be able to scry and gain a life. Okay, alright. We do need to sack creatures if we're going to use Aaron or Aaron. So I'd rather sack to him. And then we can use the repossessions that way. Alright, well, and we have 16 creatures, so he's going to be hopefully sacking these tokens. Maybe the Mana Worker. Maybe some more of these tokens. Maybe he sacks something and then we play the Atrocity, bring it back, sack it. That would be more mana intensive, but it's possible. This gives us a token. Okay. Well, we're just going to try it. I don't know how this will work out, but we're going to give it a shot. See how it goes. Yeah, I do that all the time. Mute my opponents. Okay. We go first. With a 2-drop lifelink with some removal. And we just need our next red mana to be able to play Tori. Okay. Well, we're going to keep it, because we have a couple of plays. We also have some non-plays, but start with the mountain. Probably just run out the Missionary as is. They played a tap land. Yeah, now we really need black for the Atrocity and for the Tribute. That way we can potentially remove something that they would play. Oh good, but they're just running out small creatures, so fine by me. Let's start to put some distance between the two of us, play the Herbalist, start gaining some life. So they're at 4 of the 5 lands now, and they played nothing. Okay. Great, thank God we get to scry. We need a land, but the mana worker will also work, so I'm not going to turn that down whenever we can definitely fix mana in another turn versus hoping that we draw something that might fix us. I guess we just kill it. Might as well. So then we can swing for 4 again, keep gaining more life, we can scry again. Seems like a good play. Double white and black. I mean, we need lands. We've got stuff to play. I'm not gonna... that would be nice to have, but we need lands, so play the mana worker. We've already got the Atrocity, we've already got a turn 4 card. If we draw any other land at this point, we can play it. We can't kick this. We can still deal them a lot of damage. Man, and we just didn't get a land. That's pretty brutal. Alright, well, I'm still going to swing here, because we can gain some life and we can keep pressuring their life total. We will take the land, go to blockers. If they block, we can use Tribute to Urborg, which is really nice, so I think we'll just go ahead and do that. Trade. We're at 31 in this draft, but look, they're 3 lands ahead of us. Okay, they've got a 3/3 Menace. If you don't, create a goblin. Okay, so they're gonna get tapped lands or goblins. It's a 3/3 Menace. Ooh, gross, and they're gonna get rid of our mana worker. That really hurts, but we're about to draw our swamp, so that's good. So we can play swamp, and then we can get back... Do we want mana worker or missionary? Maybe even missionary. And then we can still play cavalier. So play repossession. Return missionary to hand. We won't attack here, that seems a little unnecessary. We'll play the cavalier, get some tokens. And then is it when Tori attacks? It is. Okay, so good grief. 7/7 trample, gain 5 life. I guess the good news is that they're gonna have to attack us in order to really do anything. Double red, so brutal right now. So what can we bring back with the Atrocity? We could bring back a mana worker. Or we could also bring it back with the missionary right now. Till end of turn. Oh, or we could just create a token. So we will play recruiter. Is that worth it? No, it's not worth it, because this is just, what, a 4 then? Ugh. Gross, I say, gross. Okay, well, we're gonna kick the missionary, because we can. Bring back the mana worker to our hand. We're not going to attack. We've got 7 on board. They could hit for 10, but like all that life gain in the beginning really helped us. We're at 33 right now. Amazing how they started black, red, blue, white, red, and then nothing but forests. There's the branch rider. Just the 7/7. Weak. Weak, I say. And the 3/3. I bet they have another creature to play. I mean, we're at 33. We'll just take it. Like, they're not even going to get us down to our starting life total. There's 1 above where we started, so I'm okay with that. Alright, this looks pretty good. We have got Tori now coming in hot. I almost want to play the Recruiter and the Mana Worker. I really don't like how slow this is now that we're playing with it. Although it did take us a long time to get it, so our mana was not good for a while. Mana value 3 or less. I guess we could also kick the Atrocity, but that doesn't seem like a strong play. Either way, we're going to attack right now, I think. We don't have anything else to play otherwise. So, we'll attack here, and then this is going to enlist. And we'll enlist the token. And we'll scry. Ooh! Okay, so we create some tokens and everything gets haste. Yeah, we'll keep that there. Obviously they can block wherever they want, but they take 5, we get to gain some more life, and then we get to now... I think we just play Tori. We can create a token if we play this, and we can also play the Mana Worker. We get 2 tokens if we kick it. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Yeah, and we're still doing good on life. I'm just gonna play Tori. You can always enlist the Cavalier next turn, I would think. Here's hoping they're just holding on to a bunch of lands. And a bite card. I mean, this is just... was not expecting big green, but that's what we have seen. We've still got Destroy Evil. We have another Tribute. We still have our Necromass in here. We still have our Angel. They're swinging for 10. I don't care. I hope they don't have a play, but I'd be surprised if they didn't have a play. Okay, it's the Monstrosity. So they are at 8 and we're at 14. Everything gets +1. If we play the Atrocity, we can bring back the Herbalist, gain a life, scry, so we gain 3. Puts us to 17, they have 19 on board. This gives us 2 1/1 white soldiers, so we could swing for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They only have 3 blockers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 creatures. Man, I don't know if we can win, but if we could, it would be this way. They've got a lot of mana held up over there too. So we create our soldiers. They have 3 blockers. If we attack with everybody, then I mean, really at this point, I'm just going to see what happens because I don't have it in me to do all this math. We've got 2 tramplers attacking. We've got 3 2/2s and 2 with 3 power. None of it's menace, but 7 of it's trample, and they're at 8. So if they block that way, they die. Right? Cool! Alright, Tori. You will live to see the next game. And we're at gold tier 3. Wow, okay. Well, that was kind of wild. I didn't see the dragon whelp. Already an hour in on this video? Well, we won the first game. It's a good place to be. See where this deck takes us. Okay. Please go easy. I will not be fooled. This is really like a nothing hand. I like that we have our dual land, that's really helpful. But we can't play this, can't play this. This is just a 3-1 haste. I mean, I guess we could thrill the atrocity away. I like being on the play. I don't really want to mulligan to 6. So we're going to keep it and see what happens. This might just be a slow play for us. In limited, sometimes I'm just a lot less likely to mulligan. Golly, but I'm really getting really getting punished for not. Let's play the planes, go to combat. So now I'm probably just going to get rid of one of these tribute to Urborgs, I think. No, I think it's still the atrocity, because that's something that helps the big boy. There we go, and now we can play, well, now we can play anything we want. I feel like we wait and play that turn 5. I'd rather just do nothing here, maybe remove something that they play, and then turn 4 our Tory, and then turn 5 Keldon Strike Team, because that's basically what we're doing right now. Okay, it's a Badger. In the turn, Badger gets -2/-2, so okay, this isn't ever probably going to be something we can use. Tory needs double red, so let's play Tory. Hope for no removal, and the next turn is going to be pretty brutal if we can get Keldon Strike Team online. We'll just take the hit from the Badger. It's a 4/6. I still think we just go through with our play. Mostly because now we have Destroy Evil and we have Urborg Repossession. So I think it's just worth it to get a bunch of damage in here. They're at 12. They are going to hit us, but we can Destroy Evil, Urborg, Repossess, and then maybe something else, depending on what we draw. It's not nothing, like they're going to get us down to at least 10, but Jesus, Phyrexian Goodless. Good golly. Defiler of Vigor, 6/6 Trample, so they can basically pay 2 life to reduce 1 green mana. I think it's only green permanents though? Yeah. When you cast a green permanent, Jesus, this is just mono green creatures it looks like. They're only attacking for 3. Well, we'll take the 3, that's fine. That's weak. What a weak play. Weak. Alright, man. This is pretty brutal though, because I wanted to kill the Sojourner, and now I feel like we have to kill the Defiler of Vigor. Which is pretty tough. So We are going to... Do we still repossess right now, or do we destroy evil and then cavalier? I feel like we could still advance ourselves that way. So let's destroy the Defiler. Get that off the board for sure. Not that I don't want them paying 2 life, but I mean, we get 2 damage in if we attack here, so it's not really worth it. We'll play the Cavalier. Get another token. This is where these really would... It'd be nice if we could kick these. We're pretty reliant on our land and our little mana guy. So... Good lord. Just gonna pile up a bunch of green creatures. I pretty much hate that actually. I don't like that at all. We could send the Cavalier in and just try and get him to block. They're at 12. Really doesn't do us any good to attack here. Repossess. Probably Tori. Gain some life. Go to combat. I feel like they're just going to keep dropping creatures every turn. I really hate that. That's just going to be so difficult for us to deal with. So we could enlist the Cavalier. I say we just go no attacks. We play Tori. We see what they do. If we keep putting up more creatures, especially smaller creatures, then we'll have blockers, and then eventually we can get through. We still have Writhing Necromass, we still have the Acolyte. Yeah, god, it's just big creature after big creature. Who drafted this deck? Who are you? What are you doing over there? You know what magic is? Alright, so we can't kick this right now. If we attack with Tori, this becomes a 4-2 Trampler. These all become 2/2s, and this becomes a 3/3. They've got 4 blockers, though. So we basically just be sending all our creatures to the slaughter. Let's just keep playing creatures. We'll play the Herbalist, go to combat, we'll say no attacks, we'll end the turn. We can use the Tribute against something and maybe block, or we can double... Well, we need another black, or else we could double tribute the worm at least. Thank God, they're just going to search for a basic land. This is where maybe if we had Biashino out early, it would have really helped. Yeah, I don't think we tribute here. Ooh, the Atrocity's nice. God, Atrocity, bring back the Atrocity. That's actually pretty good. Because it gives us an extra blocker that's a 3 menace if we swing with everybody here. 7, 11, 16, 17, I mean, they can crack back pretty hard, but all of our white creatures are going to stay untapped. Kind of just want to attack here, because I'm tired of them just building up all these creatures and not doing anything. Let's kick the Atrocity. We can't bring Tori back with it anyway, so we'll bring the Atrocity back. I feel like we probably just... do we attack with everybody? Yeah, I'm just gonna... same game plan. I'm not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna swing and see what happens. Let everybody get buffed and worry about the crackback when or if it happens. Gonna have to double block the Atrocity, which is nice. This is actually pretty hard on them, which is good. It's good to see. It's nice that they're at 5. We're at 17. That feels pretty good. We've got a menace creature on the board. We get to use the Codex. That's pretty nice. God, that vigilance on that worm is really brutal. So they're at 5. They have to double block the Atrocity. We're at 8 now. Maybe I should have let them keep that Defiler of Vigor. I had that thought, and I was just like, man. Alright, so Steel Crusher is good, except for the fact that we have to like play it and just kill it so they can't draw more cards every turn. I'm gonna play it anyway, and then just go ahead and get rid of the Codex. It's too good. Like, they can't pay 1 and draw a card every turn from here on out. If we attack, we can get in for 2, then they crack back, so this is obviously just no attacks. We've got Tribute to Urborg, kind of wasting away. And this seems like a pretty big trap to me, because they're checking out all the creatures for some reason. So okay, pass the blockers. Send everybody here. We can't kick it. Why do you even give us the option? Okay. That's pretty nice. Cast Tori, combat, no attacks in the turn. Okay. If we could gain some life here. Man, even if we, you know what? What do we have? Do we have 2 red mana? We do. So, Dragon Whelp would be clutch here. Phoenix Chick would even be nice to start getting in with flying, but Acolyte or Dragon Whelp, I think, are what we really want, since all they've really got are, did they kick it? Well, if that trigger is going to go on the stack, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it then. I'm not going to let that happen. I didn't pay attention to whether they kicked it or not. Oh, such a brutal draw. So it's other creatures. So we swing with 3 trample, they block it with a big one. We would get in for 2. and then they kill us on the crackback, so we just have to do nothing here, which sounds terrible, but we don't have any options. That's doesn't seem to matter. They're going to try to get in. Not going to swing with the 4/6 for some reason. They're going to enlist. Okay, so now I have to block. Yeah, that really sucks. What could we draw then? The fact that we weren't fast enough. This deck is not aggro. It's like some weird mid-range deck. If we were more aggro, we might have had a chance. Necromass still wouldn't be a bad draw, but it would just kind of like slow them down a turn. If we could get the Acolyte, that would help. Well, okay. I mean, I guess we're just surviving this turn and then seeing what we draw. It's not the worst. Go to combat. We're not going to swing with anybody here. Block here. I guess we just lose. If they enlist again. Gonna make them do it though. Because if they fuck up, that's on them. Yeah. Alright. Good game. 1 win, 1 loss. This deck is certainly weird. It's kind of like it wanted to be red-white aggro, but we didn't see the cards for it, or maybe just didn't prioritize them. Oh, let's see. Kind of, no. Get out of there. Kind of want the Viashino, just so we have some earlier pressure and something to do with our mana. I've not missed Terra Sunder. Don't know. I might actually want to put the tablet in. I haven't been unhappy with Thrill because of the way that it pairs with other things, like the Missionary and the Necromass and the Repossessions. Felt like our mana's been okay, except our green. Of course, we're just missing green pretty badly. And the blue for the tributes. Those actually could have done quite a bit more, and we just haven't been able to use them the way that we need to. But I don't want to trade any of our... Certainly don't want to trade any of our red mana, and I don't want to trade any of our other away either. Okay. I really liked the Herbalist. We got multiple scries off of it the last game. Steel Crusher did work, but it really wasn't what I wanted to draw there. So I think we could do without it and try the Branch Rider. Since we can buff it without having green at all, that's why I'm going to throw this in here. And that's it. I'm kind of thinking about this draw card. Over what? Over this second Torii? Maybe, because it is a 4-drop. And we need creatures to be attacking with it. So yeah, I'm going to try that. The double red has been hard. I'm going to take that out and put this draw card in. We'll say done, and then hope that the black that we have is going to be enough. Okay. Let's see what we end up doing. So we won one, we lost one. They go first, and we have all the lands that we need, and we have turn 1, turn 3, turn 4. We can bring this back if it dies. That's, I mean, double red for the Dragon Whelp. Just gonna keep it. I imagine they're gonna play a tapped land, so we're just gonna get the hit for 1, and they mulliganed. Well, they did not play a tapped land, but seems like they might as well have. Cool. Aggro. Alright, green-white, the wall is finding black. Well, we don't have double white for that. But I will go ahead and play black. I guess it doesn't matter, because we're like 3 turns away from this either way. Ugh. Yeah. Well, I will play the white then, I suppose. No attacks. And the next turn we'll see what we draw. If we play black, we at least get to see 3 cards with the Shadow Prophecy, or we can buff up our Viashino and kill their little creature. The Atrocity. If we could discard this and bring it back, that would be okay. Well, we're not going to be playing it anytime soon. That double white is faring pretty brutal actually right now. So I feel like we just play the black, and then maybe they just want to sack their wall here. We just do that. This is for 3, right? Yeah, we'll just send this in, see if they want to block, even if they don't. Do you want to lose your wall? Why is this such a hard decision? It's just a 0/2 wall that found you a land that you already have. They are going to lose the wall. Alright, well then I'm going to follow through. Because now it's gone and we still have all these cards in our hand. So it's not like that was a big threat, but their board is currently clear, so I'm happy about that. Okay. Warhorse kicked, and they get a soldier token. Interesting. Okay. Let's play a land. See if we can get in with the Viashino. This is pretty great, because it's like they have to think about whether or not they really want their creatures to die to this little 1/1 that I just keep swinging with every turn. Okay, they're going to trade the Warhorse. Well, we'll trade. Such a weird trade, by the way. I'm confused by that. And I guess since we have the mana for it, we'll bring the Viashino back. We'll gain 2 life. They're probably like, what is this deck? What are they playing? Yeah, we're figuring it out too. What are they playing? To sack their 3/3. I'm confused by that decision. That was very strange. Well, we still can't play Aaron, so I feel like we are... What's the best use of our mana here? Dragon Whelp would be good. I really want to bring something back with the Atrocity. I kind of want to like thrill this away and then also Shadow Prophecy. Man, but then we don't put anything on the board. That just seems like a terrible play. Versus only throwing out a Dragon Whelp, though? Ugh, no. Because then next turn we can at least swing for something. We're just going to end the turn. We can thrill and we can Shadow Prophecy. And we can discard this and bring it back with the Atrocity next turn. And then still have the Dragon Whelp in our back pocket. Yeah, that's fine. Taking a lot of damage right now. Wow, they're holding up 6 mana, so either they are just stuck on lands, which we're really hoping for. Well, they're not, because they have options over there. So they've got something. It makes me think they have that double black 4-cost removal spell. What in the world are you waiting on? I'm just drawing cards. Do something or don't. Ooh, Necromass. Okay, well, that's nice. So this... Sacrifice it. Okay, so it goes right back to the graveyard. That's nice. And then we'll go ahead and Prophecy here, too. So we get to see top 3. We get to put 2 into our hand. Yeah, we just drew a mountain, so we'll take the second Atrocity and the Tribute. Cool, and we've got Necromass to look forward to. That's really nice. So now if we play Atrocity and we kick it, yep, no. What do we want to hold up? Tribute or Destroy Evil? I don't know what they have in hand. And what are we going to play after we do this? The Rider? Or are we going to hold up Tribute and Destroy Evil? I feel like we're going to hold up a removal spell. So let's actually just do black, red, red. Yeah, and we'll kick the Atrocity that way. That way we can play either of these. They have 7 mana. We're just going to end the turn. It goes back to the graveyard. Necromass only costs 6 right now. If they manage to kill the Atrocity, it costs 5. They played another land. So I'm going to block. And if they have some sort of buff card, well, they didn't do anything, so I guess we're also going to kill one of the other tokens. Okay. They have to have something to play. Oh. Wow. And then a Blade Fly. Wow, I think we're in great shape. Okay. Wow. And a Blade Fly. Okay, then let's play... If we had a land here, I think we'd be in better shape, but we can... We can still Atrocity without bringing anything back. And then we can also Cavalier. And then next turn, we have the Necromass. Or we have Dragon Whelp, Branch Rider, which would almost use all of our mana. Okay, repossession for the horse and the wall. That was a pretty good draw. And they create a 1/1, so Swinging with the fly. My goodness, what is this game? We will gladly play the land. We will play the Necromass, but not right now. I guess we're not swinging with the Atrocity. Are we swinging with the Cavalier? Then the Necromass costs 4. Doesn't really do anything for us, though. Yeah, no, we're just gonna go no attacks. Necromass into Branch Rider, I assume. Yeah. So they have this wall that they're gonna play. Into another horse? Come on, man. Yeah, send it in. Please do. What am I missing here? Oh, he can sack it. I'm fucking dumb. God damn it. I didn't realize it actually had an ability. Okay, well, Jesus, I'm trading for the horse. I'm a fucking moron. Wow. That's disappointing. Okay, let's play the Dragon Whelp. Okay, good to know. Well, then we're definitely blocking the horse when it comes through. My lord. Also makes me just want to hold up Destroy Evil. That way, if he does attack with it and sack a creature next turn, when its toughness goes up, then we just get to kill it, because it'll go up to a 3/4. So no attacks in the turn. We're not going to play the Mana Worker. Hold up Destroy Evil. And then if he attacks with the horse and just tries to get in with a bunch, then we just don't block, and then we let him sack some things, thinking that he can just win the game. We can't target it until he sacks something, so he has to at least do that first. And if he does it once, then that's all we need. So resolve the ability. It's probably going to do it again. 6, and we want to let him do this as many times as he wants. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this was the way we wanted this to go. Better not be another horse. Oh my god. Okay. We've got like this one turn to really get the damage in. Play a Mana Worker. Go to blocks. The good news is, of course, we can still just block the horses, so it's not that big of a deal. Use this. Use this. Go ahead and buff the Viashino. Okay, they're down to 8. That's not nothing. And then we don't care about the fly. They play 2 horses, I imagine, right? Or are they 4? I guess it's 5 mana. So they don't have enough for 2 horses right now. If they played a land, they could play 2 horses. They can't play the other one kicked right now, so they didn't draw a land then. So they have a spell in hand, and they have an unkicked horse in hand. That's pretty brutal looking. Get all that color. It's very dog-like. The colors here too. The red and the blue. Okay, they're just gonna play it unkicked. Fine. I think we're still in pretty good shape. Oh, that's great for us. Okay, we just need to make sure we hold up double red. Which I guess with the mana worker is easy to do. We just need 2 blockers, really, and we can deal quite a bit of damage here. We send in the whelp for 4, I guess. Well, we're gonna send in the whelp, we're gonna send in the rider, and then we're gonna send in the atrocity because it's menace. We're just gonna see what they do. We're just gonna block there, block the whelp, double block. Okay, alright, so a whole lot of nothing is gonna happen right now. And that's fine. Because now they don't have really anything to sack to the horses, and we get to play Tori. And now it's... I mean, they've got another spell in hand, apparently, so... Okay, they have their own Shadow Prophecy. Also for 3. Six mana, 2 horses. Another... They literally have a playset of these horses in here. Or I guess they've just played them so much it seems like that. Okay, maybe they don't. But this is the 3rd one. And they played the other ones multiple times. This is ridiculous. Oh. Yeah, thank you. Don't attack. Alright, well, I mean, they're gonna take... They're gonna lose to the Dragon Whelp, is what they're gonna do. They have 1 black mana. So we just attack here. We go to blockers. What can they do with 1 black mana? If they have a cut down, they can use it. And then I feel like in response, I can then buff the Dragon Whelp, and then it negates the cut down. 4. Did you forget about my mana worker, or do you just not have a response? I can activate it more than 4 times. It's just that I'll have to sacrifice it. I'll do it more than 4 times. Okay, maybe they just didn't have an answer. Or they didn't realize that I could do it more than 4, but that it would just get sacrificed. I don't know. Who knows what they were thinking, but there was some confusion there. Or they just wanted to see it to the end. I'm like that sometimes. I don't always like to concede until I see it. So, okay, well, 2 wins and 1 loss. So the deck's not terrible. I really don't like not getting full advantage of the tribute to Urborgs. But we have nothing else to splash blue for. I really actually wish we had like another mana worker. That would have been really good. Even better than the Grotto, I think, because it doesn't take up a land slot. You don't have to tap a land. So tapping 2 lands for 1 mana. So next time, if I do this draft again, I'll be looking out for those where I'm going to need more colors. I also am kind of wondering if I want to play the tablet. Try and find the Haunted Mire or the Grotto. But otherwise, it's still playing okay. I like the way that it's been going. I'm going to call it good. That's 3 games. We'll finish out the draft later, so I'll see you in the next video.